of us maybe didn't expect. But I just think it shows the character of this ball club. And it starts right at the top. I think it's a really good reflection of the manager that he's got them to where they are right now.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your defending National League champion, New York Mets.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And Nats line up in this one. What's the focus for them as they try to win a National League championship here on the road, Steve?
Just don't be stupid up there. Don't chase balls out of the zone. Move guys along when the situation calls for it. Play the game.
Number 67 will be on the mound for Game 4. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, really, his last start looked like he was throwing to Group 3. When I mean Group 3, that's batting practice. Gave up 10 hits. Going to have to be a lot better in this one.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager with all the defensive shifts, still that old school.
Trey Turner heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Trey Turner.
Into the seats, 0-1.
First pitch, 7:06.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And we'll need to keep the hot chocolate flowing tonight. 42 degrees our game time temperature. Hit hard to short. Cabrera's up with it. Throw on to first in time, one away.
In the second spot tonight, the right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Too high, 1-0. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Bases are empty, one man out. 3-0 now.
And even on 3-0, it's no given that he's got pitches in this spot before. He's not going to hold back.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And the count will be full. One out, nobody on. A line drive over the head of Cabrera and on into left center for a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Jason Worth will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. So as he favors that right leg, it looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. He is coming off on his own power, however, so hopefully it's only a minor injury. Michael Taylor will come on now to replace him as he's in to pinch run following the injury. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
One thing to keep an eye on as this game goes along, first pitch strikes. The more this guy can work from ahead, the better off he's going to be.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. One and one, here it is. Pitch out, nothing doing. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Worth among the best in baseball a couple of years ago working the count. He's got it to 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Called strike two, and now it's full 3-2. 3-2, one out. You got him running at first.
First inning? Yeah, why not?
Runners on first with one down. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball four. First and second now with one away.
Batting fourth, second base.
Daniel Murphy will get his first opportunity here in game four, and you'd have to say he's been a non-factor here these first three games.
And if they're going to have any chance of moving on, he's going to have to step up his game. They need him to help anchor this attack, and he's been absent so far.
First pitch coming, here it is. In there at the knees, strike one.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
And against a veteran hitter like this, you got to be in that strike zone early in the count, because the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be able to time anything you've got.
1-1, here it comes. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here with two guys on already. He's starting to lose the location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a change up there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Ball 3. 3-2 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And another foul ball. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Well, nobody in that dugout's going to give him high fives for striking out. But, you know, at least he forced that starter to expend a lot of energy here to get the job done. You know, in the first inning, that won't be lost on his teammates.
Anthony Rendon steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And, you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Nats leave a pair. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Joe Ross will do the pitching with a trip to the World Series on the table. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about anything that's hit out in his area, he seems like he just runs down and grabs it right out of the air. One of the better defensive players of all of the league.
Right field, number 3.
Jose Reyes comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Mets, third baseman.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Well, not close on either of these first 2 pitches. He's going to have to find the release point quick before he...
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. And, oh, he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Stepping in as Drupal Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And Worth will settle under this one and take it for the second out.
Batting third.
And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
Tried to hold back, but this is popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that misses ball 4, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Curtis Granderson will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Now a throw over to first, and the runner back.
Keeping him close.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung out and missed the throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit hard toward the right side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Oh, this one really hurts. You don't mind seeing this quite as much if the base is empty, but this one's going to cost them a run.
James Loney will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. You got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Taylor is there. And that's the third out. Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Mets are out on top, 1-0. Leading off the inning, Ryan Zimmerman, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
First baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. One away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Danny Espinoza will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Nope,
just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Looks at a fastball low here, and it's full 3-2. Jose Lobaton is on deck. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, this is a fastball away right here, and you're going to see him get just a little bit too pull happy trying to tie this thing up, and it's not going to work.
Standing in now, Jose Lobaton. started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nationals gone in order. They still trail 1-0. Number 54 settles into the box for his first chance.
Second baseman, number 54.
Out in front of it, strike one. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. I mean, if he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on. Right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
Rene Rivera will get a chance here, and you see the numbers for the series. He just has not gotten going yet.
Now, and if they're going to get back in this series, they're going to need him to get back in the groove because this pitching staff has buried him so far.
First pitch of the at-bat. Chopped weakly to the left. Rendon scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Juan Lagares gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And that's too high, ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside and low, 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
Here it comes on 3-0. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, at the very least, this is going to allow the pitcher to hit here in this inning now instead of having to lead off the next inning.
Number 67 steps into the box. He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
0-2 count and the pitch. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
2 out with the man at first. Line toward right center. In there, a base hit. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Third baseman, number 7.
Jose Reyes comes forward looking to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position.
Yeah, and you know one man who'd love for him to come through big time right here is his pitcher. We'll see if he can get it done.
Lays off 1-0.
That's not a sight you want to see this early as a starting pitcher. 40 pitches already.
Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And it's a foul ball according to the ump down the line. Awfully close that time. And now let's hold on a second here. It looks like the umpires are going to converge, and there may be some question as to whether or not that was really a foul ball. You can see him pointing down the right field line, and I would not be a bit surprised if they decide to go inside to have a look at this, and indeed they will do that. All right, here comes our umpiring crew with their ruling. And it is a home run. They overturn their initial ruling as they say this, in fact, was inside the foul pole. How about that? Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
3 runs already home here. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Murphy. Throw in time and the side is retired. But the Mets strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 4-0 New York. Joe Ross set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Well, it's always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Trey Turner will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Lagares is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting second here tonight, the right fielder, number 3, Michael Taylor.
Michael Taylor will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? From deep in the hole. And the throw will not be in time, as I don't think he was going to get him anyway, but a fine effort nonetheless.
Well, this would have taken a superhuman effort right here, deep in the hole. You see, he doesn't have time to plant himself, so he just leaps into the air, fires it across the diamond. Just a great effort, but this was always going to be a base hit.
Here's Jason Worth. as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
And now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
A runner on first with 2 away. Fly ball out to right field.
After it is Granderson.
And this will get all the way out toward the 375 sign now. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
On the money.
1 left for Washington. They trail here 4-0. Yoenis Cespedes digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Now, after a rough couple of innings, you'd like to give your guy a chance to straighten himself out here, but I also think you got to keep your options open in case he just doesn't have it.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
Boy, and a great 2-0 pitch there. Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
The right fielder, number 3, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson stands in following an RBI single his first time through. From the stretch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. You see anything mechanically that leaps out at you about what might be going wrong?
I just kind of think he's overthinking things out there. You hear catchers talk about telling pitchers to trust their stuff, and I think right now he's just not trusting his stuff.
A swinging bunt to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second base now with 1 away.
James Loney is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. Lines softly toward the hole, and there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Well, these guys aren't wasting a whole lot of time up there. But they've taken an aggressive approach here early in the count, and it's paid off for them through the first few innings.
Number 54 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
He just keeps getting himself into trouble out there. Here's another guy that you've got to make swing the bat.
Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's 2 walks now here in this 3rd inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher right now.
Rene Rivera strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on.
Hey, and you ever heard the term smell blood? That means you have to be like a shark and attack when the other guy's bleeding. Yeah, you know, this ball is just not hit hard enough to think about, too. And with one away, he does the right thing by not trying to force it. He takes the sure out at first, and he allows that run to come in and score.
Juan Lagares will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call him that bullpen just yet.
Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. We're through 3 full here in game number 4. It's the Mets 5 and the Nationals 0. Daniel Murphy is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Ripped on the ground to first. Gloved by Loney, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rendon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it is Granderson as he takes it for the second out.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. But take a look at a few and see what he's got.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Grounded down the third baseline. Reyes is there. Throw on to Loney. He'll take care of him at first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Number 67 stands in.
Leading off for the Mets here in the 4th, pitcher, number 67.
First delivery to him on the way. And he takes ball 1.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Swung out and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. There's Jose Reyes. He waits on deck. Drilled to the right side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Boy, how about that at-bat from your pitcher? You started thinking this is already a really good at-bat because he's seen so many pitches, but then he caps it off by finishing it with a base hit.
Sammy Solis is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Jose Reyes will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Well, I think he's already had a pretty good week in this game already. 3 RBIs in this one.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. Nobody out, runner on first. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Looked like a two-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. No one out with a runner at second. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
And you know, long at-bats like this are bad for any pitcher. But for a relief pitcher who's only going to come in and give you maybe 20 to 30 pitches anyway, well, when you use up that many bullets on one hitter and still don't wind up getting the guy out, well, that's a tough pill to swallow.
As Drupal Cabrera will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
First and second here with nobody out. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here it comes on 1-1. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Oh, and 1, here it comes. Chopped foul right at home plate. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Ready with the 0-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Still now on 1 and 2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1 and 2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
set to deal on 2-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Oh, that's just a blazer right there. He says, enough for trying to get you to chase. This is mano a mano, and he throws it right past him.
Curtis Granderson gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And now at the plate with a 2-0 count, it's not just, hey, this has to be a strike. You've got to look for one pitch in one location and then let it rip.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
2 down, runners at first and second. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 left for the Mets, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Danny Espinoza will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Grounded to the right. Loney's got it. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Never an easy play right there. Just trying to hit your pitcher in stride when you know it's going to be a close play at the bag. And this time the flip comes up just a little too late, and that's an infield single.
Stepping in now, Jose Lobaton, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Granderson is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Clint Robinson will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning.
Clint Robinson.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Rips this one to first, and they will apply the tag between first and second. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Nationals nothing. Matt Belisle is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. James Loney will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
First baseman, James Loney.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Murphy's got it and reined in one away.
Now batting, number 54.
Number 54 steps in now. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Ripped down the first base line. Oh, Zimmerman! It's in time.
Oh, what a play.
Now batting.
Boy, that's really a great play here at first. This ball has double written all over it, but that's a great job there to lay himself out and then hustle over to the bag to get the 3 unassisted put out.
Into the box now, Rene Rivera. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Trey Turner, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Here comes the first pitch. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. A windup and the 0-1. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Michael Taylor steps into the box. Lifted in the air out to left. And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
Boy, this guy's got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Settling in now, Jason Worth. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. To the bottom of the 6th inning, the Mets lead it 5-0. Juan Lagares gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Juan Lagares.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this is foul for the first strike. Tap foul at home plate. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
That was quite a nice
Number
little battle as we
67.
check out the sequence of pitches here. It was a 6-pitch at bat, and as you watch this, you'll see that he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He was able to keep the at-bat alive by fighting off a couple of tough 2-strike pitches, but in the end, finally put away on that pitch right there, 1-2.
Into the box, number 67. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Here's a guy that kind of got called on early, but since coming on in the 5th, he's retired 5 in a row out of the bullpen.
Jose Reyes will stand in as we'll flash you back to the second inning as you get a look at this key 3-run home run. And that misses inside 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Daniel Murphy is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. In there, strike 1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Called strike 2 with the letters. 0-2 now.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. And now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Anthony Rendon will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. He's set, and the pitch. Hot shot to third. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Yeah, back-to-back singles here to start the inning, and that probably warrants a look at his line to this point. The numbers haven't been too bad all told, but he's got a situation unfolding right here that could cause those numbers to change in a hurry.
Ryan Zimmerman will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Set to deliver on 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this is swung on and missed by Zimmerman as he set down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Into the box now, Danny Espinosa. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Is a curveball that's over for strike one.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Jose Lobaton gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
He's ready now. The pitch.
1-0.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
You're running out of chances here. It's the 7th inning. You can't let this rally go to waste.
On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more of Game 4 on the show after this. Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
High in the air out to center field. Turner is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Digging in now, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0.
They've already walked him twice already, so I wouldn't be surprised if they worked around him again.
1 out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Fastball taken high, and it's 3-1 now. To short, hit hard. Espinosa's up with it. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
The right fielder, number 3, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Granderson around first on his way to second. And he will make it there. He took a bit of a chance, but it turns into a 2-out double.
Well, you'll see how late he is on this fastball. I mean, he nearly takes this out of the catcher's glove, but somehow he's able to steer it fair down the line, and he cruises in with a double.
Here's the first baseman, James Loney, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Two out here and a runner at second. Shoots this one to first. A leaping effort, but it's off his glove. And he is in there.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Standing in now, number 54, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
He got him. And exhale out of the jam, and the inning is over. To left for the Mets. but they hold a 5-0 lead. Wilmer Defoe is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Wilmer Defoe.
Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Trey Turner will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter, it's 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Line to the right side. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Michael Taylor steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Jason Worth will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Look out. 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. He's through 8 with the shutout intact. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Mets out in front, 5-0. Oliver Perez is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Oliver Perez.
Rene Rivera strides in, grounded out his last time
Leading
through.
up for the Mets, catcher Rene Rivera.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. grounded to short. Throw on by Espinosa takes care of him for the first down.
Center fielder number 12, Juan Lagares.
Juan Lagares will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Too high. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And look out as that one sails behind him. Hard to believe that that one could have slipped. That's a bit of a red flag if you ask me. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
The batter,
Kelly Johnson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
number 55, Kelly Johnson.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
He's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. Two different pitches, both taken on the inside corner, and now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Mets as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. A beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the ninth. Addison Reed will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Addison Reed.
Daniel Murphy will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Reed's ready. Here it is on 0-1. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Here's the 1-1. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Now here's the pitch. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Murphy is retired, and there's one away.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
In now is Anthony Rendon, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
This would qualify as getting on base any way you can. Probably not the way he would have preferred, but when you're losing, you'll take it.
Number 51 will come in and pitch now.
For the Mets, number 51.
Ryan Zimmerman will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Comes set, now the pitch. And this is low, ball 1. Runner at first here, one man out. Look out, 2-0 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a line drive. Foul. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Danny Espinoza will stand in now. And, hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Well, these guys sure have been doing a lot of moaning and groaning tonight. He did not like that call at all.
First and second now, one man out. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. In the dirt, goes to third with it, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and with 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do as he bounces this pitch, and that means both runners are going to move up.
Two and 2 count. Here it comes. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Well, not totally sure if that was their intention, but hey, it's not the end of the world because now you give yourself some options all around the diamond.
Jerry Familia is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Jose Lobaton will dig in here with the bases loaded now, and their best opportunity yet to get on the board.
And they've had a few chances and come up empty, so they can't let this one get away from them.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. In tight with the sinker, ball 2.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
There's a strike. It's 2-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. To Cabrera for 1.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Chris Heisey. We'll see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here.
Chris Heisey.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Now the 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, that's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff was.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Mets come out on top, 5-1. Good night from Flushing.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Nationals, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.